Thank you, David. Thank you, all of you, for turning out. What a wonderful performance that was, and what a beautiful day, and I'm just thrilled to be here. I'm going to be performing a duo for one poet. I can do that because I'm a Gemini. So this event used to be called the Church of Beethoven, and it is Sunday morning, so I thought it would be appropriate to start with a praise poem. This is a little different kind of praise poem. It's actually praise for the number 656. Most people think that there are only 150 psalms, but that's not true. This is Psalm 656. O Lord, let the length and feet of a home run hit in 1951 by 19-year-old New York Yankees center fielder Mickey Mantle forever be the longest round tripper by a rookie in baseball history. Humbly we pray on the date of the Battle of the Camel between Ali and Aisha during the First Civil War in Islam. We rejoice in the height and feet of Tornado Tower, Qatar, Heads Leap Falls, South Island, New Zealand, an oil column discovered in Vesuvio Prospect near Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and in 3 Chinese stone arch bridges, the largest such cluster in Asia. Blessed be the area code for Ciudad Juarez, Mexico. Verily, the weight in pounds of Special Olympian Louis Maxwell's deadlift at a Special Olympics competition in Marysville, Tennessee, shall remain a world record. We are grateful for the length and feet of a 5,500-ton lignite dredger in a pit mine near Cologne, Germany, and for the length and feet of monofilament line included with a 7-inch ball-bearing kite string winder sold on eBay. We marvel, O Lord, at the payout in hundreds of thousands of dollars for a $2 pick 6 wager at Saratoga Racetrack on September 4th, 2009. Praise be the depth in feet at which sunlight no longer penetrates water. So I'm going to read one poem from this collection, which is called Doggerel and Caterwauls, poems inspired by cats and dogs. Buddha's cat. Little known fact, the Buddha had a cat. Her name was Prana, Hindi for breath of life. She came from the forest, asthmatic and pregnant with instruction. She curled at his feet like a comma, changed colors like the seasons, translated the language of mindfulness. The 4 noble truths were henned on her paws. There is suffering. The cause of suffering is self-centeredness, and so on. To test his concentration, she kneaded her claws on his thighs. To test his detachment, she nuzzled her head against his desire. When she was hungry, she captured mice and birds. She gave birth to the 8-fold kittens, right intention, right livelihood, and so on. When the kittens left, the Buddha discovered love. When Prana died, he learned compassion. When he died, the Buddha decided to come back as a bird or a mouse. That's all true. This little poem is from this little book, which my wife Alice and I wrote mostly during our first year of marriage, 15 years ago up in Washington, living in a farmhouse on real beautiful pastoral setting, so they're very quiet, contemplative poems. And I was just looking at all the aspen leaves turning up in the mountains above Santa Fe yesterday, so I thought of this poem. This is called When the Leaves. When the leaves start turning, they turn fast. When did my beard get so white? You were waiting for more. Sometimes less is more. Speaking of more, this poem is called More Than Darkness. Today, Sensei asked us to stare at an object for half an hour. I watched my eyelids. Not to shut out sight, not to sleep. More than darkness there. Pattern, pulse, memory, the underside of light. The only part of myself I cannot see, not even with reflection. The opposite of a flounder. Wow, you guys are great. I'm going to have to come back here every week. Oh, a little local color. This is called Carrizozo Waitress. The waitress apologizes, says she's too young to serve us beer, too uncoordinated to carry 2 plates at a time, so she can't serve us all at once. Doesn't smile because she wears braces. This is Tammy's first time in the dining room. Normally she cooks, washes dishes, carries out the trash. She apologizes for that she's been too busy to clean the restrooms, and for the Mexican combo, which she thinks is overdone. She wouldn't have cooked it so much, she tells us as she refills our water glasses over the floor because she's afraid she'll spill on the table, because she's so uncoordinated. By the time we decline the coconut layer cake and choice of homemade pie, Tammy has told us all about her miniature schnauzer named Fuzzy, the quarter horse she had to put down last year, and her boyfriend Ryan, who dumped her because of the braces. She smiles anyway. Thank you very much. My wife has a disability, and I'm actually recuperating from hip replacement surgery, so anyway, I'm still her, what she likes to call her service husband. She does have a service dog named Austin, so that's what this is about. This is called Service Husband. Austin is perfect at give, go in, and get. He practices daily his push, pull, and alert. He understands unload the dryer, pick up the pencil, and fetch me the phone. What he can't do is empty the waste baskets, locate your glasses, or balance your checking account. He hasn't yet mastered the fine art of scrubbing the bathtub or rubbing the small of your back. For that, and for all other tasks that require opposable fingers and thumbs, you have at your beck what you only half jokingly call me, your service husband. Sit, you sometimes say before dinner. Speak, you implore when you want me to finish your sentence. Rise, you command in bed. Thank you. I'm really happy to be here with musicians. I reluctantly call myself a musician. Also, I've played violin most of my life. Not well, but played in a string quartet in Seattle for 22 years. And we had all abandoned our instruments for a while and then picked them back up again, so we were called the Second Wind String Quartet. And rehearsals were so bad we called them Screech Night. We used to practice Bach's Concerto for Two Violins, which we called Race for Two Fiddles. And I usually got there first. But anyway, and my grandmother, a lot of musicians in my family, so this is just wonderful. Oh, by the way, I teach a workshop called The Music of Poetry, and I'm going to be offering it here in Albuquerque sometime in November. I haven't settled on an exact date. And again, you can visit WayneLeePoet.com for information on that if you're interested. Okay, I'm going to finish up here with some pre-performance announcements. It's all in the timing. Good evening. As most of you know, I'm Mr. Leathers, director of tonight's performance. Thank you to those few of you who have taken the time out of your hectic urban lives to support the thespian youth of Fernburg. Please tell your smartphones to turn themselves off. That will be my only joke for the evening, I promise. Will the owner of the camouflage-colored 1987 Cutlass Supreme with the large hand-lettered sign, "Show me your rack," in the back window, license plate number 2 KOOL, please move your car. It is blocking the drive-through lane across the street at Weenie World. The boys' lavatory just down the hall by the broken drinking fountain is unfortunately closed for repairs. Please use the corresponding facility one flight up next to Miss Moon Warrior's home economics classroom. And please be reminded that in future, the unauthorized use of all explosive devices is forbidden on all school property. The role of Scarlett O'Hara in tonight's performance will unfortunately be played by Joy Chang Pozwikowicki. Please hold Brittany Tooth in your thoughts and prayers as Fernburg's finest continue to attempt to free her head from the folding chair. Mr. El Gaucho, our hard-working janitorial technician, asks that you please refrain from using all smokeless tobacco products while here in our beautiful cafetorium. Unfortunately, our new digital tape recorder did not respond well to being placed inside the teacher's lounge microwave. So during certain scenes of tonight's performance, please use your active imagination in reproducing certain Civil War sounds. And will the second assistant sound person please come see me immediately backstage following these announcements? What? Oh dear. Apparently Joy Chang Pazwa, whatever, is having explosive digestive problems and will be unable to play the role of Scarlett O'Hara in tonight's performance. So please welcome second understudy S. Homer Smoot. And forgive him for unfortunately reading her role during tonight's performance. For those of you planning to stay afterwards to help strike the set, to avoid last semester's unfortunate occurrence, we ask that you leave your chainsaw in the truck. I hope you enjoy tonight's performance as much as humanly possible. Thank you.